أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونستعين على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Welcome again, dear viewers, to Medicine and Islam, a program sponsored by Sharjah Television that features topics relevant both to the religion of Islam as well as medicine, inshallah. Now, today is part 2 of our 3-part mini-series on breastfeeding. It's the first time we've done this. Very interesting. I hope you caught last week's program. Today is breastfeeding part 2, and our topic today is breastfeeding support. And our guest, again, is Dr. Evelyn, who is chairperson and founding member of Breastfeeding Friends under the patronage of the Supreme Council for Family Affairs here in Sharjah in the UAE. Dr. Evelyn, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for coming. Last week was action-packed program. I don't know if we got everything in. So today we want to continue and talk about breastfeeding, but today we're going to talk about the importance of support, all types of support. Before we discuss today's topic, can you just tell our viewers about Breastfeeding Friends' first goal? What is the first goal?
The first goal is support.
Okay.
It's really to give support for mothers, and our slogan is supporting your natural choice. Okay. Because we believe that each mother, almost all mothers, they want to breastfeed. Okay. But if they stop, it means because they don't have enough support. And we would like to participate to give this support, to empower them to fulfill their aim.
Okay.
As a
so
mother.
The first goal is the support of the mother.
Yes.
She must be supported in this.
Yes, and definitely. I brought some statistics from the Mother and Child Health where I am working. Okay. And the statistics are quite better than in other places or other countries, but still, if you see the big gap from the rate of initiation of breastfeeding, is more than 90% of mothers are breastfeeding exclusively at day 4. But if you see at 2 months, it goes down to 67%. So this decrease is it means this mother, they wanted to breastfeed, but then for several reasons they stopped. It can be because they had difficulties or because they went back to work. And it means they didn't find the right support. Okay. And that's to fill this gap that Breastfeeding Friends is trying to.
So many women start breastfeeding, but not all continue breastfeeding.
Yes, yes.
And this is a problem.
It's a problem because if you ask them in pregnancy, they were planning to breastfeed much longer than this, and not to introduce artificial milk much later than this. And for several reasons, and one main reason is lack of support.
So now, of course, that brings us to the other goals that you need to talk about. And those other goals, this is how the support comes. And what other goals should be mentioned in this time?
Well, Breastfeeding Friends, we are trying to raise public awareness. Because if the mother, she is convinced that breastfeeding is the gold standard, the norm for her baby, she will be more willing to search for support or to be perseverant in her efforts. So we're doing awareness stand. We developed educational material in English and in Arabic. This is very important in Arabic. Yes. Because in English you can find many things on the net, but not in Arabic.
Okay.
And we also do press conferences or public conferences on different topics. Very good. Especially the Breastfeeding Week, International Breastfeeding Week. Every year there is another theme, and we are trying to cover it and to celebrate it with public awareness each year.
Okay. And you also have booklets as well?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Do you have any booklets with you today? Or?
No, you don't have. I gave you last time.
Got you. Okay. No problem. Yes. I have some of your booklets. They're very nice, by the way. Viewers, the booklets are very nice, trust me. Now, with regards to public awareness, when you say the standard, that means that women need to understand that breastfeeding should be the rule, not the exception to the rule.
Yes. It's not something ideal or best or over the sky. It is the norm. And anything else is inferior.
It is fitra.
Yes, it is fitra.
It is what is natural. Yes. It's the natural thing to do.
Yes. And still, many people still think that the norm is artificial milk, and if they can, they will breastfeed. Yes. But it's not this. The norm for human babies is human milk.
See, Allah did not create anything without purpose.
Yes.
So we're mammals. Why?
Yes.
Because we have mammary glands. No, why do we have mammary glands?
Yeah.
To produce milk.
Yes.
Without that, we would not be mammals.
Yes.
This is what classifies the human beings.
Yes, definitely.
It's very, very basic.
Yeah.
SubhanAllah. So
Yeah.
hopefully that this program will be
Yes.
added to your list of things that cause public awareness, which is
Yes.
going on Sharjah TV. Thank you very much for that. Now, the importance of breastfeeding support is now being recognized by international organizations.
Yeah.
Not just from the Quran, but from basic, well-recognized scientific and medical organizations throughout the world.
Yes.
There's a worldwide rush and push now for
Yes.
this thing.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, it is. Last session we spoke about the golden bow, which is the symbol of breastfeeding because it's the gold standard.
Yes.
And actually there are meanings to the golden bow. So each part has a meaning. And first, this is the part 3 and 4 are the recommendation that we saw last time.
Yes.
Exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months.
Right.
And continue breastfeeding up till 2 years or more.
Yes.
With complementary food. Part number 1 is the mother. Part number 2 is the baby. Of course, we need both of them.
Right.
Something very important is the meaning of the knot, the core part, which is number 5 on the slide. This is the support from the father, the family, the society.
Okay.
And without this support, the mother and the child cannot achieve these recommendations.
From the
father,
the family, and the society.
And we will go through it. Of course, the father is a very, very important role, and I think you know about it.
Yes. Yes, that's how I know about it as a father. I don't know about this as a physician, but as a father, I saw the difference in my children that were breastfed and those that weren't.
Yes.
It's a big difference. Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah. So according to the father is supporting his wife in her breastfeeding experience, he will make it easier for her or more difficult for her. Like if he says he wants everything like before, as much as attention as before, and the house completely spotless as before, or if he's trying to help her, so because he knows the priority is to give the mother's milk to his baby.
Yes.
So,
he has to be patient
and support
her.
He has to be patient.
Now that ayat of Quran about breastfeeding is a long ayat.
Yes.
It starts off with the 2 years, but it talks about the father in that ayat, about how he should support, even if there's a nanny or a nursing mother, he has to pay for that, isn't it?
Yes.
So the father is mentioned in that ayat as well. It's a long ayat.
Yeah. But in some parts of the world, especially, for example, here, there are some other clue members for the family which are important. Like here, the local mothers, they go for the first 40 days, they go back to their mother's house.
Absolutely.
And it means the grandmother will have a very important role, either positive or sometimes negative towards breastfeeding, according to her views about it.
Yes.
In Asian families, the mother-in-law is very important.
Yes.
And again, it can be positive, it can be negative influence.
Yes.
So all these factors are very important for a young mother to...
I've witnessed that here.
Yes.
And going home for that 40 days helps support the new mother during a period when she still cannot pray and fast, and she needs help during that period.
Yeah. She needs to be mothered herself.
Yes, absolutely. She's recovering from this very traumatic thing that she's gone through.
Yeah.
So if she gets support from her mother and her husband's mother, then that's good.
Yes.
But if she doesn't,
then it's very hard.
That's another story.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very important. Now, and this is the golden bowl.
Yes, it's all the meanings of the golden bowl.
Yes, the golden bowl.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah. Okay, now, is the family support sufficient, or is there a need for more support as well?
No, there's definitely need for more support, and in this aspect, the healthcare system is very important because in this system, mothers will be followed during pregnancy, they will deliver in hospitals, and they will be followed up later on also in hospital structure or centers.
Okay, so this is a baby-friendly health facility, baby-friendly hospital.
Yes, because WHO and UNICEF, they noticed in the 80s a big problem because of all these bad effects of artificial fed babies, and especially in poor countries, the mortality rates increase so much.
Okay.
So they said we have to do something, and they noticed that mothers who were delivering in the hospitals, they had very poor breastfeeding rates, comparing with mothers who were delivering at home. So they studied the hospital practices, and they were all very opposite to the physiology, to the normal process of breastfeeding. So they studied it and they came up with 10 steps for successful breastfeeding.
Oh, the 10 steps.
Yes. So the hospitals who want to be, to be baby friendly, they have to implement these 10 steps.
Okay. What are the 10 steps?
Yeah. So it's just a brief summary, but they need to have a written policy, which is communicated to the staff and to the public. Okay. Step 2, they need to train all their staff with at least a 20-hour course. This is a WHO UNICEF course of 20 hours. This is the basic course minimum that they should have. Okay. They need to give proper information for pregnant women about the value of breastfeeding, the hazards of artificial milk, and the management, practically how to breastfeed.
Start during pregnancy.
Yes.
Don't wait until she delivers.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
this is part of education, the prenatal.
Yes, it's very important. Then it goes to the delivery room, the birth room, where early initiation is very important during the first half an hour. Yes. First hour, to have the baby in skin-to-skin contact.
Subhanallah.
And when he's ready, he will begin to search for, and he will take the breast by himself. Subhanallah. It's really amazing.
They recommend about a half hour after birth, if there's no complications, start then with the contact and the attempt to breast.
Yes. Actually, from the first minute, the baby should be on the mother's skin and then left there with a blanket. It's the best heater.
Ajib.
They did studies better than this
incubator.
Yes, much better.
Okay.
And then by himself, after some time, he will begin to search like any mammal.
Yeah.
But if you disturb the process, then he cannot find by himself. Subhanallah.
Again, it goes to fitrah.
It goes to fitrah.
It's natural.
Yes.
Let the natural things occur.
Yes.
Now, I was reading about avoiding the things that we do in the West a lot, like pacifiers.
Yes, it's one of the steps.
What's the problem with that?
Especially earlier, it disturbed the baby in his way of feeding. It's different from the breast.
Oh, absolutely.
So artificial teats or pacifiers are forbidden to use in the hospitals, in the maternities. You have to become.
Okay.
And also, we should not give artificial milk without any medical reason.
Right.
We should not separate mothers and babies. They should be together, not in separate rooms. So the mother can look at the early feeding cues of her baby, and she is empowered to know him before going back home.
Okay. Yeah? Now, in order for a hospital to be declared a baby-friendly hospital, that hospital must follow these 10 steps?
Yes.
Okay.
And step number 10 is about breastfeeding friends. Step number 10 is they advise the hospital to foster the establishment of breastfeeding support groups, if it doesn't exist in the to foster them, and then to refer the mothers on discharge to these groups.
To your place?
Yeah.
And people like
that's why we began Breastfeeding Friends, because in '99 there was no support group. There was only one baby-friendly hospital in the whole country. There was no lactation clinic, and there was no support for the mothers. So we began Breastfeeding Friends for this, to fulfill the step number 10.
Now, for those viewers that did not see last week's program, your Breastfeeding Friends support group and your clinic is the very first in the whole UAE, not just in Sharjah.
Yes.
Now, you said there was one hospital. Which hospital was that?
It was in Ras Al Khaimah.
In Ras Al Khaimah.
Yes.
Now, do we have one in Sharjah now?
Yes. We have in the UAE, we have 10 baby-friendly hospitals.
Very good.
And Al Qasimi Hospital is one of them.
Mustasfa Al Qasimi. Okay, Al Qasimi Hospital here in Sharjah.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so from one hospital to 10 hospitals, from no lactation clinics to your first clinic.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, now it brings us more to what you actually do, because that 10th step is once the baby is born and the mother needs support. This is kind of where you really get involved even more so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, so how does Breastfeeding Friends practically support the mothers in the community?
Yeah. The key of support in the community is to do mother-to-mother support. So that's why we are recruiting experienced mothers who breastfed themselves, who overcome their challenges if they had some, and they are enthusiastic. They want to share this and help other mothers, and we give them a training, and by this they become peer counselors.
Peer counselors.
Peer counselors, and this is very, very, very useful and very precious in the.
So this is positive peer group pressure.
Yes.
You know, they always talk about peer group pressure in the world.
Yes.
You know, teenagers go through this in high school.
Yes.
Everybody else in high school is wearing their hair like this, so I wear my hair like this. This is peer pressure.
Yeah.
Well, this is positive peer pressure.
Yes.
This is the peer counseling.
And it has been extensively studied, and it has its own effectiveness, complementary or added to the professional help. It has value by itself, and You can understand it by like a mother, if she comes to you and you're a doctor or male doctor, or maybe you're a female doctor, but maybe you didn't have children.
Yes.
And she complains of something like severe nipple pain, and you advise her. She feels, okay, this guy or this, he doesn't know how I feel, how it's difficult. He just tell me breastfeed 10 times a day, but it's so hard. Yeah. But if you make her in contact with a mother who had also some difficulties at the beginning, she says, okay, this one, she walked in my shoes.
Yes.
She understands me.
Yes.
And she survived.
Yes.
And she's still here. Or her baby, she has a preterm baby like mine. Now her baby is going to school. I have hope. I can do it.
Yes.
See, so this is very a special power by itself.
Absolutely, because you know you're teaching by example.
Yeah.
You know, I did it, so you can also do it.
Yes.
Oh, you had that problem? Oh, I had that problem.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. I mean, we can handle that.
Yes. Yeah.
So you don't feel like you're like weird or strange or abnormal.
Yes, definitely.
Many people have done it, and this is this positive peer group pressure is very important. So you train these counselors, and they become also trainers.
Yes.
And they help the mothers.
And then they help mothers with different ways. They have a support group. We have a support line.
Okay.
So in Arabic, in English, Urdu, they also call mothers of preterm babies.
Is this 24 hours?
No,
Not
12
yet.
hours a day.
12 hours?
Yes, they are volunteers. They are in their home.
They have
but
lives.
still, it's officially it's from
That's
10,
great,
10 to 10, but some
10
of them,
to
they are
10.
called later and they still answer, and I'll call it Fajr, they still answer.
Very good, very good. Very good.
They also lead mothers' meetings in different languages, where mothers can meet with their children.
Now that number for that that support line, is that number on your slide, or you want to just tell our viewers what that number is? I mean, we didn't.
Yes.
We didn't deal with that. Do you know that number, or can you just?
Yes, I know the number.
Okay. People may want to know what that number is.
Yes, the support line in English is, but it's in UAE, so you have to call so 971 first.
Okay.
And then 50.
Okay.
868 4417.
868-4417. Yeah. This is a cell phone number.
Yes.
Yeah, 50. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, I hope our viewers got that. Inshallah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
10 to 10.
10 to 10, yes.
Very good.
Yeah, in this country.
In this country. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And of course, now the lactation clinic itself.
Yeah.
You're open 5 days a week? Or
yes.
6 days a week?
5 days a week.
Sunday through Thursday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Morning and 2 afternoon in the week, yeah.
Okay, until 2 in the afternoon.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what is a lactation clinic, and is it a new concept, or let's just talk about this and kind of close talking about the lactation clinic?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is a new concept, and it's really, I like too much this sentence from an editorial of Journal of Human Lactation. Without skilled support available to mothers, efforts to promote breastfeeding offer little more than empty promises. It means you cannot only, when the mother is pregnant, tell her breastfeeding is the gold standard. You have to breastfeed 2 years. And then after birth, if she has any practical problem, you need to be there. Otherwise, it will be an empty promise. And this is the concept behind opening a lactation clinic.
Okay.
It's to give practical, clinical, one-to-one consultation.
Yes.
And that's where lactation consultants come.
So the rule of 2 years is like the theory, but the lactation clinic is a practical application
to implement
that theory.
Yes.
Implement that theory.
Yeah.
And of course, you have now certified consultants as well?
Yes, alhamdulillah, now in the UAE there is more than 300.
Really?
Yes, and she's more than in the UK. And every year we have like we have a batch of 50 to 70 candidates. Now, mashallah, it's really, it's not Breastfeeding France now. There is a UAE Lactation Consultant Society, which is under Emirates Medical Association.
So there's more certified consultants in this country than in the UK?
Yes, and in such a short, because the first exam was in 2001.
SubhanAllah.
In this
of course,
country.
you were one of those first people, I assume.
No, I was certified from before, but I mean,
you came certified.
I mean, the Breastfeeding France, the founders were original of the movement.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we're just about out of time, but we want to just let the people know that you also train the people in breast pump services and for working mothers. Just come to the lactation clinic and you'll learn all these things. We'll try to pick this up next time because we're just about out of time now.
Okay,
dear viewers, please stay with us. Next week we have one more program on breastfeeding. Dr. Evelyn will be back. We entertain your comments and your questions. You can write me at Medicine Islam, P.O. Box 111, Sharjah Television, Sharjah, UAE, or you can send me a fax at 9716-5311-969, or you can contact us at our website, which is Medicine and Islam at sharjatv.ae. That's Medicine and Islam at sharjatv.ae. We like to conclude all of our programs with a short dua, a short prayer of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, such that if any errors or mistakes have been made on this program, and most importantly, if any sins have been committed on this program, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His infinite mercy and grace, will forgive us. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahu wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Jazakumullahu khairan. May Allah reward you with the very best Islam.